Okay, this is I'm doing about today. It is November the 7th, 2020. Islam. How are you doing today? I hope well. Make a long story short, I had a dream. I had a dream in North Carolina, and I dreamt the Prophet Noble Ali. I remember hearing that, reading in the his prophecy that if you have a dream about him, it's him because his visual cannot be replicated. Also, I had a dream, a very lucid dream when I came to Maryland. I was living in a tent, and I dreamt that an almanac head was rising from the ground. I remember it was I was thought that I was like really feeling discouraged a little bit sometimes because we were looking for a job. We were living in a tent. It was not easy, but the tent wasn't too bad. It was warm, but still I felt a little discouraged. And I dreamt that this almanac head was like rising from like underground, and because we are among those that can manipulate dreams, always gonna leave room from error. And then I was communicating to my Moorish American nation, and I knew and you were connecting with me, and I dreamt that this Asiatic male with something over his head, and the Moorish American National Republic call. I heard the same frequency. I heard the same frequency on one of the recordings in 2016, and it sounded exactly like that. The Asiatic male with the almanac, with the thing over his head, he was upset, and it was like a radio frequency, and I could tell he was upset that I was in a tent. So first I saw the almanac head rise from the ground, from the dirt. It's like, all of a sudden this almanac head just rises up, and I see this Asiatic male with something over his head, and I just hear a frequency. It's like shh, and he's upset. He is angry, and I couldn't describe it before, but when I heard one of Moorish American National Republic, one of the old recordings, after I came here, it was the same, like that same radio frequency, and I was like, and I woke up, but I remember the person, he was saying something, but I don't remember what he was saying. I don't remember. It was like shh. He was like communicating. He was angry, and I felt like he was angry that I was in a tent. And he was angry, and I felt like he was sending a frequency to you, Dwayne Baffabe, is what are you doing? What are you doing? That's what it was like. What are you doing? And it's like he's trying to communicate to you. He's like, what are you doing? And then I remember afterwards, this angel, wise spirit man, he told me, I stopped going in the sacred mental grove a long time ago in New York. I stopped, but this spirit told me, he said, don't remove your ring, uphold your vows to Dwayne Baffabe. Uphold your vows. So I came to Maryland in 2016, the last week of May, and June. He said, uphold your vows to Dwayne Baffabe. Don't remove your ring. And now I had to think about it. It was the same frequency, like I heard it, like shh, when that almanac head rose up, and I was in my tent sleeping with Imani. But it was so big. I woke up like like breathing hard. It was that vivid. And I listened to one of the recordings again, and that thought came about. And I remember I said I was going, next time if I ever get testimony about it again, I'm going to relate to that freak, because that's exactly what it was. Like it had that same energy. And anyway, Dwayne Bey, you were my first in the Sacred Mental Growth connection, and you will be my last. I would never go back to the Sacred Mental Growth again unless I'm going with you. I married you in August of 2013. I committed my vows to you. I loved you, and there's still love here. I stood on truth as much as I could, 100%. 100%, as much as I could. The way I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. But I know my spirit has always been to stand on truth as much as possible. I don't know, you might not never return. I hope you return. I accept what you want to offer, but I want you to return. I hope you return and you want to be my friend, but I cannot allow myself, Dwayne Bey, to walk in deceit. When I was listening to the plant podcast that you did, I was like, this is me. I need to hear this. I need to get my stuff together. I knew there was something connected with me with plants and the vegan vegetarian diet. More than I knew, more than what I thought. It's more spiritual. It's a natural feeling. But I think once you tap in to these spirits of who you are, you still have a choice. I don't think, for instance, when I become completely vegan and I'm drinking herbs and no herbs, that doesn't make me royal and divine. It's still what makes me royal and divine. It's not my bloodline. It is what my bloodline consists of, and the cleansing. That my higher self, and knowing what that higher self Allah is, the purity. So you can be a vegan, vegetarian, connected to and know and have a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge. But you can choose to be connected to your lower self. The lower self, what is the lower self? It's everything that harms. That includes deceit. So I think you always, it's just like, you develop these attributes of yourself. Or there's like, okay, as you rise in divinity or rise in knowledge and you cleansing, you still have choices you have to make. You have to choose. You have to choose who are you serving? Which spirit are you serving? Are you going to serve the spirit of bondage with your gifts and your knowledge, that spirit of harm, of wickedness, that spirit of deceit? Or are you going to serve the spirit of truth, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, those attributes of Allah, purity? It's so clear to me. Learning knowledge, changing your chemistry doesn't make you divine. Being initiated doesn't make you royal. It is that essence of purity, that demonstration of who you are and your ancestors, of harmonizing with Allah, that connection, that choice you make to serve your higher self and honor it, that purity, which consists of the 99 attributes of Allah: love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. those divine laws of freedom. And but you can also choose, as you rise in knowledge, to serve the other side, which in the other side is death, Dwayne. Death. No, it's not. I can't say it's a quick death, but it is death. And I think when you hear this video, you're going to know what I'm talking about. It is death. And so that is what's being shown. And that's the division. That's the separation. There have been many royal families that have done wicked deeds. Royal, that means they have owed money. But you trace their lines, all you see is wickedness. Wicked, 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 because they chose. And in time they will be exterminated. There's death. It leads to death. But then there also those that's a royalty, a purity where there's life. Because those who have the opportunity to obtain knowledge, and which either lifetime, whenever it's time for them to, they choose life. And in life, you have truth, love, peace, freedom, and justice. Dwayne, so when I'm asking you, in humility, I am your wife. I have never violated my vows to you. I was celibate physically for over 9 years because spiritually I was being prepared for you. I was being prepared, but I didn't know. I just knew that the taste of sex was removed from me. That sexual feeling, I just knew it was removed from me. I was seeing so much. Sex was the last thing on my mind for a reason. Now I'm giving testimony. I am giving testimony. When I met you, I smelled you. I mean, literally. And I knew. Now, when I saw your picture in Georgia, I said something about him, but I didn't know. I looked at your picture, I was like, there's something about this more. I don't know. And I was in Lithonia, I was pouring libations. I didn't know. Then when I just looked at your picture. I came across your picture just like I'm browsing the internet. I was looking and I was like, oh, look, another, but and I looked at it and I was like, gosh, there's something about him. Then I came to North Carolina and I didn't think you and I would connect. I didn't know. But there was something about you that awakened me, that had my attention. And then when we connect, I remember after the first connection, and I remember the next time I said, I don't know, instinctively I wanted to smell you. And I walked around and I was just smelling your essence. And I said, yes, I know this smell. I know him. I know something about this essence that's awakening a sexual feeling inside of me. A love. My higher self was already awakened. It was already awakened, but I'm saying it had grew. But then there was something about our connection that I was like, this is in line with my awakening. So we consummated our vows. We did. And you knew you were my first. You knew. Those that witnessed saw the times we consummated our vows. They, and they knew I didn't know. So I ask you to honor truth, Dwayne. I want to learn how to be your friend. Yes, I want the gifts. Hey, why not? Right? Why not just accept the gifts? Be a smart woman. It's not about that. I'm thinking lifetimes ahead. Lifetimes ahead. I want you in my life. But I want you in my life through your higher self. My face is bloated. I've been drinking coffee. Been eating what is it called? Non-gluten chips and organic chips, non-gluten. I'm still on the vegan vegetarian diet. I'm just letting you know. So my face is like, and my teeth are white. They just look a little, So anyway, I have to do self-care. But anyway, I just want to say Islam to you and tell you, you know the truth. When I saw you left Twitter, Dwayne, it was like, okay. But then I saw the seed and I said, I can't believe my Dwayne did this. This is not my Dwayne. This is not him. I remember when I felt something was wrong, I tweeted Asir and Selena. I texted them. I sent them an email. I said, something's wrong with Dwayne. Something's wrong. And I remember Selena returned my email saying, what do you want me to do about this? What do you expect for me to do? You want, something. I think she said, do you want, you expect for me to help? What you want? I said, yes, help. Something wrong with my Dwayne. There is something wrong with my Dwayne. Something's wrong. Something's not right. And then you left Twitter with a lie. You said I was a stalker. Well, you know I'm not no stalker. You know I'm not a stalker. How could you say such things? After all the evidence, after all the witnesses, high and low, witnessing us. They know. How could you say that? So I ask you to turn around, Dwayne. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. But I'm in truth. And I'm asking you to stay in truth. I don't hate her, the lady that you love. I just want, I'm like, if she loves you, then she has to love truth. Because in love, there's truth, right? Love, there's truth. I don't, and so, when I hear that you have, you and her mixed and your essence are together, I like, y'all in this one spirit thing, which you and I did that first in the Sacred Grove first, because you obligated spiritually to me first. And we haven't been together because I haven't been in the Sacred Grove for years in that matter. But now you have stepped into a point where you are in deceit. You cultivate deceit like this. I said, something's wrong. I shouldn't blame her, but I'm saying something is wrong. That's why I kept saying your memory cells have been awakening that should not be awakened. Memory cells of deceit that's connected to sacrifice, connected to harm. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to accuse her. What I'm doing is stand on truth. In love, there's truth. You left with deceit, Dwayne. Islam, think about it. And deceit in such manner is a curse. You curse yourself. There's death. There is death. And then there's life. Islam.